Good day, everyone. Good day, everyone. I hope you folks are all in good stead. And this is unprecedented. We never planned for this, and we thought this would only be like a few weeks, a regular flu that comes and goes every year. And it looks like now we are in our third month, and this is devastating to all of us. Me, I'm on a forced leave of absence, and my employer is threatening to retire us all with options that are very un-American, sometimes I should say. No insurance, no benefits, no nothing, and this is what I'm going to talk about. We prepared for this American dream retirement. We prepared for all of this, and this is what we came up with. Over the years, we tried to save money and, ideally have our mortgage done, but when we retire, minimize the credit cards and have a sizable uh, savings account in the bank, plus, our health is not that perfect, so we should have to maintain a nice insurance for us. But as the thing goes by the way, my wife retired at the beginning of this crisis. In January, she retired. The crisis began in China in December, and actually, we were out of the country when the whole thing just blew. Took us some time to return back here. Okay, so retirement. Now, this is it. This is what we have. She prepared for this, but preparation sometimes, whether you like it or not, it's there. You got to retire. Most of us American workers, we procrastinate on how the numbers are done and the uh, actual things that happen on a daily basis when you retire. It's different from the numbers that you tallied meticulously over the years. It doesn't work that way. Why was this a big deal? Because even with the preparation, she wanted to retire like when she's 65. But she couldn't do it for personal reasons like health reasons. So at 62, she has to retire. She had some ailment that that was debilitating and prevented her to be, uh, uh, going to work on a daily basis without suffering from the pain, from walking, from all that. So she decided to retire. I said, whether we like it or not, your health is more important than work. So when she retired, she didn't have anything from her employer, no retirement benefit from the employer, and she was on her own except for the Social Security that she had, and she saved money on a 401k. Those were the two things that were for her. So 6 months later, her savings from the 401k remains the same. She hasn't touched a single penny from that, and she relies independently on that Social Security income. That's all. And in my case, I'm out of work and I don't have any income. But listen to this, whether you like it or not, you have to survive. And whether you have all kinds of preparations, as I said, it might not be enough. So, proven to myself, and I can only speak for myself, I can survive with a lot of money, of course, and I can also survive with the minimum amount of money. It is over the years I have done that. I encountered a lot of money when I was younger, and then right now I'm just basically a basic American worker who goes to work and earn a living from that. That's all I do. Now, with that being said, we both still have to pay for our mortgage. We thank God that our mortgage is not high. We also thank God that even though I have to pay for my insurance, it's about enough. The money that she earns and the money that uh, I get from unemployment, which is going to run out, is just about enough to pay for insurance, medical insurance, for the mortgage, and for food. And the other thing that we also were able to get rid of are loans and credit cards. We used to have about 65,000, 75,000 credit cards debts. Now I'm happy to tell you that this helps a lot, when, especially at this time in our life and with this pandemic and all that. We're down to $3,000. From that high, it was not easy. It took us about 11 years to get it down to where it is right now. And so our lifestyle has changed. Now, I don't know. Well, the casinos are closed, so we don't go to casinos anymore. And well, dining out is pretty much out of it. We used to dine outside like 4 times a week, and now we take out just once a week on things. We used to go to Starbucks every day. Now, about only once, I guess, or twice a week. We eat everything here at home, and we prepare food at home. So those are the minor lifestyle changes that we have been able to achieve in order to make things affordable for us. And also medications. We have medications right now that are covered by insurance, but if our co-payments will be higher, we might not be able to take all of our medications. Oh, here's another deal. Over the years when we were saving, we were able to buy a property in the Philippines. It's now paid for. It's a condominium. We just maintain that every month for $100. And we noticed that when we were in the Philippines, we didn't have medical insurance, but we bought medications anyway. And you go to our doctors for a visit for only about $5 or $10. That's not a co-payment, that's the whole thing. And then she wrote a prescription for us, and I noticed that the medications I buy here with co-payment is about $67 for all of it. And in the Philippines, I was buying it like at $50 for the whole thing. Buying it, not co-payment. So I said, oh, we can survive here without medical insurance. There is, however, a medical insurance. In our case, we are with Aetna. It says Aetna International, and if you are sick outside the country, so the United States or anywhere in the world, you will be covered. But you have to read that carefully, because that insurance, international coverage, will only cover you when you're outside the country. You cannot use that in here in America. And then also there are quite a few restrictions on that insurance. I am planning to get that because we travel a lot. We go to Japan, Korea, Taipei, and the Philippines, of course. And we would like to have that insurance. It's a yearly basis, and um, we'll do that when all this pandemic thing is over. Then the hard decision boils down on you. Right now, we have no income, but we're surviving. Only because, say for example, right now, we only pay like $50 max for gas for the whole month for the 3 cars we have. Whereas before, we were paying like 250 or 400 sometimes, depending on our travels during the week. I mean a month. I'm sorry, a month of gasoline. Now we don't travel a lot by car. The other thing is, I think clothing, everyday stuff. You no longer buy as much as we did when we were working. So it's a blessing that we have been able to survive with the amount of money we have. Because, say for example, right now I guess we're saving like $400 alone from credit cards, from clothing, from buying things, and okay, all that. And also, the American dream of retirement is, dependent on you. If you want to have a lifestyle with rich and famous type of stuff, with a yacht and all that, go ahead, do it, but you'll have to work for it and maintain it. So, do we want to work again? My wife definitely don't want to work again. If worse comes to worse and on my part, I may have to force myself to retirement because I'll be 62 in October of this year. So, worst comes to worst, I'll retire, and we have to readjust our living conditions and try and avoid mistakes that retirees do. I've seen a lot of videos of people retiring $900, and yet they're living on a car or on a tent, $900 or $1,000 a month. I don't know how would that work out for me. And I don't think I'll be able to. That's a major disaster. I said, the American dream disaster retirement is when you will not be able to live even at a minimum affordability with your pension, a house, food, and insurance. Those are 3 basic things. Forget about all the trimmings of retirement. Just the basic thing: food, shelter, and insurance. It's sad. I see hundreds and thousands, I guess, who are doing that. Living on the edge after working 10, 30 years, and all you can show for when you retire is living in your car. That's a major disaster, and I hope it won't happen to me, to you. If you just are smart enough to work things out, I think these things can be avoided even with this pandemic. So have fun, enjoy your retirement, and be well, be healthy, and just as I said, enjoy it and make do of what you get. Thank you, be safe and be healthy.